the heart relating with the mind relating with the body, how the thoughts within you help you create reality. Okay? So, welcome everyone. If you're new to this space, I'm the author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur, founder and CEO of Nazaru. I host International Trade Summit. I'm also the TV host of the Quantum Leap TV show here in Aurora, Illinois, western suburb of Chicago. And I teach entrepreneurship and international trade development. And my programs really provide 360 development for business stakeholders. Okay. So, welcome to this space. If you're not used to my space, we usually go deep and feel free to ask questions, feel free to engage, feel free to type, feel free to speak. We have different platforms running at the same time. We have YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Clubhouse running at the same time. So, welcome from around the world. Greetings to you. Feel free to also leave a comment, share a little bit about yourself. Other people come in and go, right? So they might be able to read about it. It's also an opportunity to just connect with other people out there as well. So, greetings. I see Top Target joining HR consultancy on Instagram. I see Mimi on Clubhouse, and I know there are others on the other platforms as well. So, feel free to let us know where you're joining from. Okay, let's dive deeper into today's topic, the power of manifestation. Earlier, I shared that manifestation is really how your external realities will mirror your internal realities. How you bring your ideas, hopes, dreams alive, right? And in order to do it, there are several factors that has to be true. Okay? Your belief system, your thoughts, right? The thoughts that your mind embody, your heart embodies, and then your physical being as well, your body embodies. These are the tools for manifestation. Okay, so I laid the framework earlier, talking about what's the mind, what's the self, how does the mind and self engage, how do they process information, the central nervous system. I also talked about how does the self control the body, right? How does the mind control the body as well? Okay, so today I'm diving deeper into this concept of, right, achieving breakthrough results. The reason is because many people hope, right? You have hopes, you have dreams, you have aspirations. However, if your mind embodies doubts, limitation, and fears, they counter each other. It's like it cancels out. If your heart holds hopes, dreams, aspirations, and your mind hopes, doubts, limitations, and fear, okay, of the same future that your heart is trying to present to you, your mind tends to cancel out what's in your heart. What I've also shared before, and this is part of my classes on the EQ, is how your mind, right, powers emotions. Is that emotions are chemical reactions, right, that originate in the mind as thoughts. And when it blends with your energy, they produce a reality in your body, right? They release hormones. Your system takes instruction from your mind, and your mind is listening to your thoughts. Okay? What I'm trying to do is really explain very highly complex topics in a very simple way because I want you to understand. And if you can understand it, you're going to change your life. You're going to transform your life. Many people out there say things they cannot explain, and many people repeat things they do not understand. I see more people joining. Hi, Nikki. Good to see you. So let me break it down again. I know I'm speaking quite fast, but let me pace myself because this is the session you want to hold a pen and a piece of paper. Welcome to lessons, right? Welcome to class. Okay, your mind listens to your thoughts and produces specific results first in your body because it's going to give your body instruction on what your body to do. Listen, if this is all you understand this year, you'll be set for life. So I'm going to repeat it again. Mind, right, takes in thoughts. Just like the digestive system, I always try to use analogy so that people understand. You're made up of all kinds of systems. Your digestive system takes in food, breaks it down, synthesizes it, digests your food, separates it, extracts meaning, nutrients, energy, feeds your cells. Whatever is the waste, it takes it out of your system. You also have the respiratory system. It takes in oxygen, does what it's supposed to do, goes through the blood, oxygenated blood, right? And then you breathe out carbon dioxide, right? Right? Biology. The mind, what I'm trying to say as well is that the mind is also a system that takes in inputs, processes it, and delivers a result. What it takes in are thoughts. Okay? Your mind takes in thoughts as directions, and based on the instruction encoded in you, the person you've become, the things that you believe, the person you say you want to become, right? What you believe, you embody. Your mind is designed to give you the manifestation of your belief system. So, input, process, output, it will give you what you submit to it. And the first place you are going to experience the output of the mind is your body in the place of emotions. Okay? Your mind takes in thoughts. Whatever thoughts you feed it, it doesn't matter. Listen, the digestive system, whatever food you eat, it's not going to question you. It just receives, does it what it was designed to do, and manifests reality. So, if you want to improve your digestive system, you are being guided to eat good food, right? The mind is the same. The mind doesn't care. You can put your mind in anything. You can listen to any music, you can listen to any TV show, you can consume anything, you can expose your mind because you are in control. The self. I explained it. The self within you is driving this show, is driving this reality. Whether you like it or not, you are responsible for your own life. But your mind is a gift to you. What I'm sharing today, my classes, my courses enlightens you, okay, on what to do, right, with everything you're gifted with so that you can produce the results you desire. Because the same mind, if you give it negative thoughts, will process it, right, and will give you negative outcomes. I'm going to break it down. You see, I'm trying to just make sure people understand. So, welcome everyone again. If anything I'm saying resonates with you, if you want to learn more, just type, just ask questions, engage, put your thoughts out there. On Clubhouse, you have the chat space. On the other platforms, you have your comments. And if you're Team Replay, do put your comments as well. Like, subscribe, share. I usually come back to review it. And then on Instagram, you know what to do. My Instagram is more active. There's a lot of more energy. But anyway, so greetings. So I'm just laying the foundation for part two, right? We're going to go deeper, right? You're going to walk away transformed if you stay with me. So your mind eats information, thoughts, right? And the five physical senses in the physical realm, right? The five physical senses are used to experience physical realities. And what you experience, it also it's part of the input into the mind. Okay, what you're seeing, what you're listening to, as you're experiencing me right now, what you're touching, what you're smelling, your alertness to physical realities, the smell, the sound, the sights, right, the touch, all of these senses, okay, in of themselves, the senses cannot process the information. What they do is they send your nervous system, right? Your everything you're touching, seeing, the nerves in you take everything in, sends it to the mind as input, And then the mind asks you, the self, meaning. What meaning to extract from your experiences? Okay? So over the years, the older you get, the more developed this process is. A young child that sees fire for the first time cannot draw any meaning. Even if you tell the child, don't touch the fire, because you, the adult, you know what fire means. The child doesn't know yet the first time. The first time you experience something new, you really don't know what to make of it. The mind doesn't know. So the mind is a program that builds on past experiences. So the young child, until he touches fire and then goes, ouch, now there's meaning. This is unpleasant. This is painful. Stay away from pain, right? So the mind tends to stay away from pain and is attracted to pleasure. Okay? We're building, I'm laying foundation. Okay? So stay with me and do invite more people. Okay? So your mind takes in information from the external realities powered by the five senses. It is designed to process that information using your existing knowledge, what you know from the past, okay, the old programming. Because if it sees something it has seen before, it will jump to conclusion. It will skip the thinking process. It will just say, oh, don't worry, I know this is fire. But if it's new, it has to do a little bit more work. And it has to engage you from, right? You have to get off autopilot because it doesn't know. For example, if you're driving to a new location, you have to stay alert. You can't doze off. But if you're repeating patterns, right? If you're going to the same place, the same office every single day, your mind will say, I've got this. I've mapped this out. And so the self can take, it's like driving and right, a self-driving car. Right? You're like, the mind will tell you, don't worry, I can drive you here because I know. So in a way, you are less engaged in what the mind is doing, what the mind and the body is doing. Okay? So the mind can be programmed to perform specific tasks. You get to give it meaning. And once you give it meaning, it just keeps repeating those patterns. It just keeps repeating what you say you want, what you say you like, and then it starts driving on autopilot. Okay? So the question is, when you want to change reality, listen, if you want to manifest the past, you don't have to do anything. Just tune this off. Your mind already has a programming. It will continue to give you what it already knows to give you. The reason is because right now, the snapshot of your mind is a reflection of everything you've done till now. Your mind knows your past and it uses that information to manifest present realities. Now, the question I'm asking today is about the future. Are you happy with the future? Because when you want your mind to create a different future, a different tomorrow than yesterday, when you want your mind to give you something different than it is giving you, than it knows to give you, because it's a pattern: input, process, output, input, process, output. You've given it all the inputs up until now. You've told him who you are up until now. You've told him all kinds of stories up until now. You've become a certain type of person up until now. The moment you want tomorrow, like when you wake up tomorrow, when you want it to feel different, look different, when you want to experience something new tomorrow, this is the question: what would your mind tell you? Because this is what gives birth to a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, right? A lot of trepidation, a lot of frustration. What's going on is that your mind is trying to give you a clue that the new assignment requires new programming. Okay? Meaning the mind doesn't have enough information, doesn't know enough to do what you're trying to pressure it to do. So anytime the future, because all of these things, doubt, anxiety, depression, whatever those things, loss of hope, all of those conditions, you can trace it back to thoughts about next step. Next. What's next? What's going to happen to you? What you don't want, what you don't like. When you think it's going to happen to you, when you think what you're experiencing now is not what you like, on and on and on. When you feel stuck, when the mind cannot process a way out of current circumstances or create a future you'll be happy about, when the mind is seeing something, meaning the thoughts you are feeding it, when it gets into the mind and the mind is saying, listen, these thoughts will give you this result. Is this what you want? Because it's going to convert it into emotion. It's a clue. Your emotion is like a dashboard of what's going on in your mind. Okay? We're going deeper. Emotions, your body, the conditions, what you're feeling right now, what you're experiencing, what you embody, okay, is that it's a snapshot because you cannot see your thoughts. That's why journaling, writing, and speaking is a way of hearing your thoughts and making sure you can hear yourself and you can see what's going on inside you. When you want to do this work, you're going to need to speak or write. That's why therapy is a big deal. You go there to speak your mind, and then a separate person, an expert, is listening to you. You are also listening to yourself, and they can intercept your own thoughts. They can question your thoughts. They can challenge your thoughts, and they can program you with new insights. That's why therapy is powerful. And in my class, I teach you how to do self therapy, non clinical self therapy, but very, very highly effective. I say you need to now learn how to brush your teeth, right? Self care, mind self care, not just brush your teeth, shower. Somebody taught us how to take care of our physical being. What's missing is that we haven't developed the skills. You haven't developed the skill to take care of your mind. So there's mind care. There's daily mind care. Now, if your teeth has cavity, that means you need superior, right? Help. That's when you go to a dentist. But every single day, the dentist is not responsible for helping you brush your teeth. You're supposed to learn how to maintain your teeth so that it stays white. The same is the mind. Is that when people haven't done this work, this internal work for so long, it becomes really, you need to go to a dentist. Like, that's why therapy. If you've been sweeping things down, muting yourself, avoiding confronting yourself, avoiding all those things. Now the mind is loaded, heavy, and it pushes people down. Thoughts, wrong thoughts push people down, right? People are loaded. And this is the danger. Please take this away from this session. This is the danger of consuming too much content that cannot help you. The danger is because if the content is not helping you do your inner work, in a way people are bearing. It's like I call it content addict now. It's like a drug. More content, more content, more content, more. You're just bearing hopes, dreams, aspiration. If those resources are not helping you, bring your fears out so that you can see and deal with them. Bring your doubts out so that you can sweep them out of your system. But if what you're doing is burying it, trying to mask it, trying to numb it, trying to walk away from your reality, trying not to do the internal work, it's compounding the problem the longer you don't do this work. So more content is not solving this thing I'm talking about. It's only bearing, it's making the issues compound. So now, more than ever, people are more confused today. People are more depressed today. People are more, anxiety is higher today than ever before. Why? It's because the work you need to do is you need to dive into your own inner universe, find the viruses, find the limitations, find those thoughts that is ruining, that is attacking your mind, where your mind keeps producing, right? Emotions of fear, emotions of doubt, emotions of anger, emotions of limitation, because it's manifesting your thoughts. It takes your thoughts, processes it, right? Creates your body, gives you an inclination of what's going on in your mind. But if you are now pumping more content through that system, you're consuming more content that is not helping you resolve this thing, deal with your heart, mind, and body, and create wellness. If you're flooding yourself with more stuff, guess what? Mind overload. Your mind has to do more work to filter what you are loading it with. And so the mind is tired. It's tired. Because actually, you are supposed to filter, right? You're supposed to it's like a city without walls. When you don't have healthy mental boundaries, when you don't keep your mind, when you don't protect your mind, okay? When you don't make a decision to be careful what you are consuming, when you are eating food, I'm using analogy. Let's say you just keep eating, eating, you overwhelm your digestive system, constipation. This digestive, like, you are putting too much pressure on the system. The mind was never designed to be consuming this amount of knowledge and this amount of content people are consuming today. It wasn't designed. It was never designed for you to be consuming what you're consuming today. It wasn't. It wasn't. Because the fastest route to living the life you want to live, to going where you want to go, is actually to be discerning, to gain direction, guidance, a roadmap that is a straight line, and arrive at your destination. But what people are doing is going here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there, here. Like you visited 100 websites in the last 1 week. Okay. Do you know the mind now has to filter through everything you've consumed? When you sleep at night, the mind now has to do so much work, more work than it was supposed to be doing. What is this stuff? Is it useless? Is it useful? The digestive system, whatever you eat in your digestive system, now the digestive system has to figure out. It has to break it down. It has to digest it. It has to figure out which one is helpful for your life and which one is not. But the more you eat, you are eating nonstop, you're consuming nonstop, you're eating nonstop, every hour, every day scrolling, every hour, every day scrolling, every hour, every day scrolling, you overwhelm your own system. This is irresponsible behavior, by the way. Very irresponsible. So now, the mind is now confused. Are you happy with your future? The question is, which future is the mind showing you? This is what gives birth to emotions, negative emotions. Because now, when you've loaded yourself with so many things, the mind cannot see. When the mind cannot believe, cannot see, then it's stuck. It cannot find its way out. But there's a solution. Okay, if you find yourself in a place where you're doubting, you're afraid, you're just going through, you can feel it in your body, because emotion you would experience in your body what's in your mind. Okay, you would experience physically what's right in your body, because the central nervous system, okay, will use your thoughts and your energy to create a chemical reaction and will release specific hormones. So if people don't feel well, if you're not experiencing healthy emotions, it's because of thoughts, what you're feeding your mind. Okay, now let's go to the heart of the matter, because the heart is part of this solution. Okay, so when I teach and write emotional intelligence, this is the power of emotions to resolve and reconcile these differences. Is that your mind knows your past, but your heart knows your future. Your mind is, you're carrying around programming of the past, and part of this work is that if you don't deal with the past, the past will deal with the future. So there's a new assignment you have to dive into your past, because when we say past, it's not linear right now. You are carrying memories of your past right now. Like you can close your eyes and remember what happened when you were 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, 25. You don't have to time travel. Your memories are time stamped with dates. You know what you were wearing when when you got married. You know what happened when you had a baby. You know who did what, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Whatever those things are, okay, those are the things that the mind uses to give birth to present state, present state, present state. It's manifesting all of the things in your memory because those are the things you've attached energy to. You considered it important, so they have emotional meaning, and there's information attached, right? So every in your system there's files. So again, complex topics, I'm making it simple. So think of your system as a filing system. For everybody, every relationship you have with things, places, and people, noun, people, places, things, everything you touch in physical realm, you have attached meaning to them. Good meaning, negative meaning, positive, negative meaning. I like this person, I don't like this person. I like this watch, I don't like this watch. This is my favorite outfit, this is not my favorite outfit. You have given that information to your mind. So your mind will help you the next time you experience those people, those places, those things. Your mind will bring back those memory, and you will feel what you felt before. The same emotions, the same thoughts, right? The memory comes up. So basically, you are likely to recreate the last time you visited Paris, the next time you're expecting to have the same emotions because you enjoyed it the last time. It's like food. If you enjoy spaghetti, your mind will keep suggesting spaghetti to you until you tell it, you know what, let's try it on something new. So the mind will always suggest to you what you already told it is important to you, and that memory is inside you. So your mind will tell you, call this person. Maybe the last time you called this person, you had a great time, right? So we tend to repeat patterns of the past until and unless you do this work that I provide in my school. Because you will manifest the data, the old data will keep showing up. This person is bad, this person is good. I like this person, I don't like this person. I like this place, I don't like this place. I like this thing, I don't like this thing. Because of who you are and what you've told your mind is important to you at the self layer. You are not your mind, but your mind listens to your thoughts and responds to it and manifests whatever you give to it. That's the system you're on, right? That's the system. It works the same way, right? For everybody. What is different is the information you're passing through that system. The digestive system is the digestive system. The respiratory system is the respiratory system. The nervous system is, right? We are all designed and fashioned to function similarly. And I always say, like, if Microsoft creates 500 computers from the factory, they were all designed to perfect the same function. But if you give it to 500 people and the 500 people go their separate ways, 5 years later, if you attempt to bring together all of those computers again, and you start comparing them, all of the computers will not function the same way because the installation, what each person did with their computer, what they exposed it to, what they typed in it, right? Even though the system were supposed to function, what will happen is some will have viruses because they've gone to website they shouldn't go. They've traveled to places, they've done things with their computer. So the repair, right? The repair, some computers could be broken down, right? 5 years later, some people may have abused their computer. 5 years later, it's not functioning anymore. 5 years later, pop-ups everywhere, viruses everywhere. And those who cared for it, it might still be intact and functional and operational. I'm just giving you an example that when the mind, how you handle yourself is your manifestation. You have all kinds of systems. If you eat the wrong food, you will look like your food, the food you're eating. How you treat your body, it will show you physically, you will manifest the same thing. So your decisions, your thoughts, your decisions, your emotions, your behaviors, your beliefs, your actions, everything you embody is the key of manifestation. And that's why I always tell people content, right, is not the solution. What's the solution is making sure you are doing your own internal talk, right? Internal talk, internal work. Okay, that is what is most important to your life and your future. External voices can keep feeding you. You're supposed to be discerning and filtering out what will help you manifest the future you want. Anything that will not help you, you're supposed to be rejecting. But many people are accepting things and then weighing their systems down. The fastest way to success, right, is to be wise, right? To be responsible, wise, disciplined, and not to self sabotage. So, one of the things people do is self sabotage with the decisions they're making. But I give you the tools, the emotional intelligence class. This is more than 5 hours of classes, PowerPoints, right? 7 lessons that helps you do this internal work. Okay. So, you need your mind, art, body. By the way, the show notes will be in my school, toyinumesiri.academy. Okay. So you need your heart, mind, and body to work together to help you map your way out of where you are to where you want to be, to where you need to be. If, if, if you want tomorrow to be different than today, if you like today, if you're satisfied today, if you like what your mind is already doing to you for you, right? If you like your current reality and you don't want to change it, then you don't need to do any work. Just live your life happily ever after. If you don't want promotion, you don't want next level results, you don't want to quantum leap into success, you don't want to accelerate your journey to success, business growth, you don't want to build a business, you don't want to stretch, you don't want to be more greater, you don't want to ascend, you don't want to do any work. Don't worry, your mind will be happy to do nothing. Meaning, it will just keep repeating patterns, behaviors, beliefs, right? And tomorrow looks like today. Next tomorrow looks like today. Nothing changes. That's why many people will go years, 1 year, 2 years, December, nothing really changed. You enter the new year, you pass through a new year, but the new year didn't give any new reality. Why? Because you didn't change what you were feeding your mind. When you don't change what you're feeding your mind or and how your mind is processing information, it will not manifest anything new. It will just be giving meaning. Let's say you are driving to the same location every day. You are going to the same office every single day. The moment you just enter your car, your mind is ready to take you where you've always been going. Right? If every day when you wake up, you do the same thing every single day, you will manifest the same result. If you don't change your thoughts, right? If you don't change what you're doing, nothing new happens. But if you want something new, something radically different, right? This is where the heart comes in. The heart is more connected to your spirit, it's at the soul level. It knows so much more than your mind. Your mind knows your past because of what you've exposed yourself to in reality, physical realm. But your heart, this is where emotional intelligence comes in. This is where your dreams are. This is where destiny is. This is where your talents, gifts, right? This is where your future, your ideas, the ideas God gives you, the new things you need to manifest, the new things. Whenever God wants to give you a new thing, see, I'm doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it? Anytime God is doing a new thing around you, wants to do something new within you, you have to place closer attention because now new thoughts will originate in your heart. But the key is the thoughts in your heart and the thoughts in your mind. If you don't reconcile them, if they are not the same, or if your thoughts in your mind is canceling out the thoughts in your heart, there's an internal fight, internal combustion. Your energy is canceling each other, right? Your heart is saying, let's go start the business. Your mind is telling you all the reasons why the business is not going to work. Cancel, clash. Your heart is trying to believe in a greater future, but the mind, looking at the past, your past, there's no information in your past that can support that future. Your mind is trying to keep you safe. So it tells you stress, right? It closes your energy because the mind, okay, the mind uses your thoughts and uses it to direct your energy flow. Okay, you have energy. But in order to tell what's your energy, where your energy should go, what it should do, what it should perform, okay, your thoughts give it direction. It's like the GPS. Where are you going? You have energy to go anywhere you want to go. You can stand up now and do anything you want to do. You can scroll to any website you want to scroll. You can pretty much do anything. But what governs what you end up doing, the choices you are making, is your thoughts. So your energy is being directed, is being led by your thoughts. So if you think this website Listen, your energy doesn't question you. Your thoughts lead your energy. This is the free will. You have the free will to do what you want to do with your energy. You have the free will to stand up, sit down, cook any food you want to cook, take your car. You're living in a free society, so you can practice free will, the use of your energy to do whatever you want to do. But how you give instruction to what you want to create with your energies, with your thoughts. So whatever you're thinking is what you're creating, what you're manifesting, what your energy is being prepared to give you your thoughts. But here's the key. The mind also is designed to protect you. So when it sees that your thoughts are useless or combustive or angry, afraid, this is what traps emotions, certain emotions in the body, is that it doesn't want it to come out of you. Because once you embody emotions, emotion prepares you for action. Fight, flight, freeze. Is that the mind takes in the thoughts, mixes it with energy, prepares the body for action. But when the action, there's no direction, there's confusion, it gets locked in. And this is what drowns people in negative emotion. Because the thoughts you embody is not directional, is not instructional, is not providing guidance. It's saying you are confused, you are lost, you are afraid. So here you go. The energy is trapped in your body. It cannot be released out. That's why exercise is a good remedy for letting go of that, shaking of that energy. Right? There are many things that you need to jump up and let it go. You can let go of emotion. I include many things, self-therapy. I include many things in the EQ class. So head over to toyinumesiri.academy. The EQ class helps you gain clarity and develop emotional intelligence to gain your emotional power back for manifestation. If you are stuck, if you are confused, if you are doubting, those classes are designed to set you free and set your house in order so that you can move to higher levels of success. Okay, so when those thoughts, I know again, guys, am I going too fast? I know I've packed so much into this. Is it 37 minutes already? But there's so much more. I've just, there's so much more. There's so much more. So if you have a question, drop it. Comments, drop it. Okay, this is deep, very, very deep, transformational, changes your life. And then the tools to develop the skills to become unstoppable. Join my academy and get those skills. You change your life. There's nothing stopping you except not doing this work. Content will not fix this, by the way. Have I said that before? Content will not fix this because many people are using content to numb, to escape, to feel good, to avoid confronting the thoughts in their own mind. You have to sit with yourself, reconcile those differences, set yourself free, and then you can move forward. So, again, the mind takes in thoughts, is listening to your thoughts, whatever those thoughts are. If it's thoughts of fear, if it's thoughts of motivation or not, it doesn't care because it's a system. Your car does not care where you drive it. It is a tool. Once you put your GPS and you turn your steering wheel, your car is designed to follow you wherever you decide you want to take it. So your mind will follow you wherever you're taking your life. Listen, it's just by design. Now, when you press accelerator, when you press the brake in your car, the car is going to stop. When you press the accelerator, the car will move forward. So part of the mind function is negative thoughts. They apply brakes. It's like you saying stop, 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 stop. You're confused. What do you need to do? Turn right, turn left. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Every time you're saying I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, your mind is waiting for you because your mind is direct. You have to give it instruction, directions, purpose. You have to give your mind purpose. You have to give it a vision. You have to direct your mind. You have to tell your mind what you want it to do for you. What do you want to eat for dinner? Tell your mind it will do it. If you don't tell, as long as you don't tell your mind what you want for dinner, your mind will be like, figure that out and let me know. But once you know, the mind, once it has, if it has skills, knowledge, capacity, if you've trained it to cook spaghetti and you tell it I want spaghetti, your mind will say, yes, ma'am, let's put this thing together. It was designed to serve you. It was designed to serve you whatever you say you want. And the way you tell it what it wants is to feed it information, knowledge, train your mind. Right? What do you want to be? You want to be a doctor. Good. Take your mind to school. Train your mind. Give it information of the medical field. It will become a doctor. It will allow you to perform the duties of a doctor. You want to be a pilot. Your mind is waiting. Train it, educate it, take it into the knowledge of the future you want. Your mind will it will eat it up. As long as you're giving your mind direction, clarity, purpose, fulfillment, enlightenment, you're teaching it, you're guiding it, your mind will take you to the heights of success. The day you stop doing any of those things, your mind stops where you stop. Okay? Your mind stops where you stop, because the condition is whatever information you feed your mind, that's all it has to use to give you to manifest. And the mind is unlimited. But many people limit their mind, hoping that something will just happen. No, what needs to happen is you need to happen. You need to wake up and start training your mind and guiding your mind and feeding your mind with instruction, direction, vision, clarity, purpose. You need to tell your mind what you want. And trust me, where you need to take your mind has to ascend. It has to go where you want to go first before your body can go there. That's why when the mind is stuck in current realities, thoughts of you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have this, the mind must be moved. You must, and this is the power of imagination, by the way. Imagination allows you to take your mind, to elevate the mind, to see a better reality, okay, that you want, where you want it to go. But if your mind is seeing doubts, limitation, what you don't have, right? It's like applying the brakes. Your energy is stuck in negative emotion. Negative emotion puts a brake. Positive emotion means you know where you're going, you know how to get there, and you're ready to release energy. Right? You're ready to do work. You're ready to commit. You're ready to focus. You're ready to take action in a particular direction. Your mind will follow you. It will help you achieve it. But when you're not ready to take action, right? Thoughts, confusion is saying you're not ready to take action. And so I know sometimes we say take action. Action takers are the ones that create success. But many people have consumed too much content. There's confusion now. So you don't know what to do. What you need to do today is take the emotional intelligence class. Do that because it will set you free. You have to rescue your hopes, dreams, and aspirations from negative thoughts. You have to remove the thoughts inside you. This is where coaching is so important. Content berries. But what I do when I teach is you have to listen to your heart again, because your heart knows what you want for the future. But many times people use untrained mind to tell their hearts their dreams are not possible. Right? Whenever you present a future, if your mind is not cooperating, if your mind is not cooperating with you, if your mind is busy telling you nonsense, oh, you can't do this, but you can't do that, you can't do this, you don't have this, guys, that's what those messages you keep you it's a loop. It's a loop. And seriously, it's a terrible place to be. Part of the first thing is you have to remove your mind from those. You have to rescue your mind from negative thoughts. Don't build an identity. People say, oh, procrastinator, you're a procrastinator. Your mind will continue to help you procrastinate because now you are saying that is important to you, that is who you are, that is what you believe. And so your mind will just take that thought, manifest it. Anytime you want to take action, the hormone, right, the release, the reaction in your body will be like screeching. Pause. Didn't you say you don't want to take action? Didn't you say you don't want to do anything? Didn't you say this was difficult? Didn't you say this was painful? Didn't you say this? So it stops you. It puts a break because you told it you are a procrastinator. You took on an identity. And listen, your mind doesn't care what you believe. But it will just give you what you believe. Life will manifest what you believe, what you are talking about, what you are thinking about, what you hold to be true within you. Your mind will manifest it. That's why I say people have to wake up. There's so much seriousness that is required the moment you want to start manifesting. But most people will just be, oh, scrolling here, scrolling there, eating this, hitting that, following this person, following that person. To where? Where are you following them to? To where? Do you know where they are taking their own life? Do you think it's corresponding to you? That's why my classes it's a mirror. Go back to your heart. In your heart are the seeds of your future. That's what you ought to be manifesting. It's inside you. Your greatness is inside you. Your wealth is inside you. Your future is inside you. Destiny is inside you. If you don't nurture what is inside you and you're following 10,000 people, to where? Your mind is scattered in 10,000 spaces. Because this person is going there. They are living their life. Everybody you're watching is living their own life. Everybody you're following, they are seriously living their own life. The question is, are you living yours? My school gives you the tools to build and manifest the life and business you want for yourself, for your future. It's back to getting really serious about what you want. Many people are not. Listen, what I'm seeing out here, woo! Many people are casual with their life, exposing it to things that will not help you. Be laser focused, be focused. This is the time to be focused. This is the time to wake up. Everybody you see in the world on social media, they are trying to build their own life. Are you building yours? What are you building with? What materials are you building your life with? The quality of the life you want must matter. And if it matters, the quality of thoughts will create the quality of life. If you are thinking this, thinking that, oh, nobody will do this for me, I'm this, I'm that, that's the quality of life you are living. That is the reality you are living in. You live in your own thoughts. You live, right? You will experience your own thoughts in your own body, no matter what content you are consuming. No matter what TV show you watch, Real Housewife of this, Real Housewives of that, you are just watching a movie, other people living their life, right? And even those images, when you feed those images, subconsciously, you are programming your mind to manifest what you are watching. You are seeing people scream, shout, complain. The day you start shouting in your own real life, screaming in your own real life, who trained your mind? You accepted it. Whenever you expose your mind to certain things, when you don't filter it out, you are accepting. You are telling your mind you like what you're watching and you want it to manifest it for you. If you don't filter it out, everything you experience and you are watching and you are paying attention, wherever you focus, wherever you put your mind is keeping record of everything you are exposing it to, everything you're watching, every music you are listening to. There's some music right now that talks about alcoholism, talks about this, sex, this, that, right? Talks about one lying, and people are singing. You don't know you're programming your mind. You are telling your mind, this is who you want to be. You associate, you affiliate, you identify yourself with those movies. And so your mind will say, is this what you want? Don't worry. Input, process, output. So you'll be dancing. Why? Your mind will be giving you the hormones of happiness. You are now happy that you are behaving like the people your mind saw. That's why they tell you, look around you. If you associate with people in real life, you'll be the fifth person manifesting the same thing those people are manifesting, because thoughts are shared. And the moment somebody shares their thoughts with you and you believe them, it's a matter of time. Once it enters your system, your mind it gets to work. It starts creating those things as well. The quality of your thoughts will create the quality of your life. Your thoughts matter to your success. Your thoughts tell your energy where to go and what to create. Your thoughts direct your energy. You see, energy is neutral. Energy is energy. Energy is neutral. But each person has the power to choose, right? The energy, the life force within you that God gave you. God is just watching. That's why in the Bible, right? you will give account. That's what it means, that you will give account, meaning that how you use time, energy, and your resources, there is an underlying spiritual principle that you are using your free will. You are choosing whether you consciously know you are choosing or not. The spiritual principle is that how you use your talents. You remember the 5 talents in the Bible. How you use your life force, your energy, what God gave you, talents, all of those things, that your work will be measured, will be evaluated at the end of life. That how you spend this life force experience in time, what you create with your life force, with your mind, with everything God gave you. You are a creative force, right? Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, dominate, right? Is that what you are doing, what you are using with your time, energy, and resources, you will account for it. It will be measured, it will be evaluated. You are in school, you are you are taking exam right now. One day the creator will say, welcome, 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 let's see. Okay. Yeah, energy. I gave you ideas, I gave you, oh yeah, I gave you this, I gave you 5 talents. Oh yes, I gave you this. What did you trade with? What did you do while on earth? What did you create? Did you just survive, or did you make other people's life better? Did you create legacy? Did you create impact? Oh, you had kids. Okay. What did you do for your kids? Oh, you had friends. Okay, you had a spouse. How did you treat him? Did you use your energy to destroy that person? Oh, okay. And then they give you a reward. Nobody's saying this in the church anymore, right? So everybody thinks they can say anything, do anything, use their time anyhow, dissipate energy on useless stuff, do useless, and then blame everybody. Oh, it's the government, it's Biden. Oh, it's this, is this, is oh, they are the problem. Oh, it's the family, it's the okay. Without responsibility. You're not accountable. You don't know you give account. Listen, I'm speaking ancient wisdom. A generation of people that think they have time to waste, energy to waste, resources to waste on things that is not important. Your heart knows what is important. Your mind may be programmed by society, nature, nurture, culture, as I include in my programs. But listen, your heart is connected to another life's force that is trying to speak to you, that is trying to gain your attention, that is trying to say, listen, you are being distracted too much. You are not doing what I told you to do. Why? Oh, story, long story. But those stories, they don't serve any purpose the day you wake up and realize you still give account. Those stories are just excuses. And I say those who complain, they're complacent. They're still accepting current reality. So let me start winding down. There's a lot of, let me okay, let me read, and then again, questions, comments, share those. Your thoughts are used to provide instructions to your body and direct the actions you take. Yes. I already spoke about that, right? Okay, so I have my notes. Listen, pages and pages, and then this will be in the school. I usually provide my notes, my workbooks, my PowerPoints. That's my cloud classes, like over 300 resources, right? Life changing. The thoughts your mind and body is creating your current reality, and it's also, right, how you are experiencing life right now, right? So if you sit still and you just scan yourself, just ask, how are you feeling? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? Right? Your thoughts creates that snapshot. Your current thoughts is a snapshot. Now there's conscious and subconscious. There may be so many things sabotaging, buried. That's why the EQ class will help you to see again and start telling a new story, because you have to change, you have to transform. It gives you the tools to transform, right? To become unstoppable. Now the question is, but how do you want to experience life? Is this how you want to experience life, or is there another reality you want to experience? So the moment there's another reality you want to experience, there's something you want to do, you want to be promoted, you want to start a business, the biggest thing you can ever do, okay, is to feed your mind images of that new reality, not the old reality, not limitations, not lack, not this. All these low vibration thoughts keep people at the base of manifestation. When you want to manifest higher excellence, higher success, part of it is to feed your mind visions of what that looks like. Because what you cannot see, you cannot become, you cannot manifest. Right? Even in the Bible, God had to say, Abraham, as far as your eyes can see, right? You have to cooperate with what God is telling you in your heart. You have to stretch your mind. Don't just focus on what you don't have, what you cannot do, what the struggle, this, because it's a path, it's a loop, right? The moment you believe you don't have, you cannot do, the mind, you're feeding your mind that loop, and your mind will just feed you input, process, output. Repeat, input, process, output. You are imputing thoughts of limitation. Your mind will give you emotions of limitation. And then that emotion now feeds the next wave, the next wave of input into the mind. You feed your mind again. Oh, this was this was that. Oh, all this negative noise. Oh, your mind said, don't worry. Let's mix the concussion, create reaction to tell you, is this what you said you want? It feeds the body. The body feels the pain, the struggle. Oh, pattern. You have to break that pattern. And one way of breaking that pattern is to immediately feed your mind something drastically different. You have to impute new thoughts of prosperity, possibility. All things are possible to them that believe. What are you believing? Whatever you are believing, it is possible for you. You believe you don't have, you believe you have, you believe you are great, you believe you are not great, you believe nobody will help you believe everybody will help you believe this, you believe that. Whatever that storyline is, your mind will just take it, mix it up with your energy, and give it back to you in your body, because it's preparing your body, okay, to have the energy to perform, right, to create, to manifest. Your body will still have to do what it needs to do to cook the food you said you want. But if you say, oh, what food do you need? You don't know. Okay. He doesn't know. She doesn't know. So let's wait until she knows what she wants. So guess what? You might just be hungry. You can be Netflix and chilling, watching movies, and still be hungry. Many people are still hungry for success, but they are chilling simply because they've not taken time out to offer clarity, purpose, direction to their own mind. You see, the mind doesn't care, because you can be hungry and still have the remote in your hand and still be scrolling on social media. Comedy. Your tummy is growling. But because you've not given instruction, is it pizza? Is it this? You have to tell the mind. And here's the key. The moment you tell the mind what you want, now the body has responsibility to perform. So those who don't want to talk, they will still go hungry for success. Sometimes they will even try to, you know, remove the desire, because desire would still be trying to call your attention. Hunger calls your attention to feed it. Success, desire calls your attention to say, I want more. I can do more. But the people who don't want to do work, they say, listen, quiet. This movie, Instagram, downloading this, downloading that. Let's just be busy online. Let's just, no, 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 no. You see that desire? Take it back. But desire that is whose time has come will scream louder. The more you start trying to shut it down, it will be screaming. And that screaming of itself creates an emotional disturbance. You want to sleep right now? The voice of your heart will say, my dear, this job, you're supposed to be training, you're supposed to be starting a business. Your heart, the moment you are quiet enough to listen to your heart will remind you all of the hopes, dreams, and aspirations God has for you that you were supposed to be working on. So all day, You can be using your time, energy, and resources pursuing something, but your mind, the integrity of your heart is designed to remind you of your future. This is where conscience comes in. You know within you what you ought to be doing, where you ought to be going, what you ought to be doing, but you are not doing it. You're not giving it time, energy, and resources. You are not prioritizing your art. Your mind is telling you, you need to be surviving. Oh, it's too risky. Oh, where's the money gonna come from? Oh, time. That's what you break with EQ, emotional intelligence. That the classes I teach. You need to get those things clear. You have to clean your heart, right? Because the parable of the soul also says, listen, if your heart is all over the place, thorns of this life, stony heart, this, whatever God is trying to plant in that heart, you are not receiving. You have to steady yourself to manifest. So, how do you want to experience life? You have to decide and you have to focus on that. Okay, so this is not the time to focus on 100 things, 10 things. That's why my student, if you go into my school, when you decide to be my student, you have to focus on finishing your classes. It's like when you decide you want to be a doctor and you enroll in school, you've picked a school. This is not the time to be still giving 4 hours to social media and you're not giving 4 hours to destiny. So focusing on one direction is how you arrive at your destination. If you focus on 100 direction, will you ever arrive? This is what confusion is. You are following 10,000 people or 10,000 people. Like, listen, focus in one direction on what you want to do, what food you want to eat. You always have options, but you need to choose. And once you choose, you need to focus on your choice. And once you're focusing on your choice, you need to be persistent, consistent, committed, because you need to build momentum to manifest. So most people that haven't done this work, focus is shifting. A little here, a little there, a little there, a little there. I can do this. I can do this. 100 ideas. Oh, 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 oh. 100 ideas non-manifested. 10,000 thoughts, none in the same direction. So it's like your energy is like here, 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 energy everywhere. Divided thoughts, divided energy. When thoughts are divergent, you are splitting your energy into two. Your job is to align and bring all of it together. Okay, let's keep going. If you are experiencing what you do not want to experience, what you ought to be doing, okay, is to use your mind to map out potential solutions versus focusing on the problem. Everybody knows the problem, but your mind can help you solve if you give it how to solve, if you teach it how to solve. This is the power of education, enlightenment, consciousness, right? There's part of spirituality. We have to be knowledge seekers because ignorance leads to greater confusion. It doesn't help people move forward. Your mind needs serious education, serious enlightenment, serious coaching, serious guiding, discipline, focus, because an untrained mind will be everywhere. And if it is everywhere, your energy is everywhere as well. And you need to focus. You need to be direct. You need to be clear, right? In order to really manifest something powerful, something important, to build anything, right? If you want to build a house and all you're doing is just laying one brick every day, and the rest of the time you are playing and singing song and dancing, when will your house be complete? People delay manifestation when they don't focus. Okay, people delay achieving success when they are taking their minds in 10,000 places, when they ought to be focused. If you want to build a house, focus every day, lay as many bricks as you can for that house. Your house will appear sooner, faster than if all you were doing is, at least I just clicked here today, and then you run away. And then tomorrow you wake up, you are feeding yourself drop, drop, drop instead of massive action. Massive action. I always say, listen, you want to build a skyscraper, you need a bulldozer, not a shovel. Many people today, they tell me, oh, I have big dreams. Where's your bulldozer? Oh, no, no, no. I just have this little spoon. Everyday spoon. I'm like, guys, let's get serious. The dream is so big. You've got to give it more force, more attention, more resources, more energy to manifest big dreams, big action. Relentless. You have to be relentless. In fact, you have to open up all the energy within you and remove the thoughts that will not allow your energy to flow. Open your heart and pour your spirit heart. Listen, put all your entire force to push, to bet. You see, when you want to bet a baby, you can't be doing, oh, that would not work. It won't work. To bet big dreams, you better become a force. To bet big destinies, big dream, you will give it all you've got. All. That's what's required. You don't give it, you give it a little bit, it will give you back a little bit. Breathe, push. Can't push. You will push success out of you. Your greatness must come out. Okay? Yeah, I'm a midwife for destiny. I'll tell you to push. Keep going. Don't give up. If you need to sleep, sleep. Rest is a strategy. Self-care. You will take care of your mind, take care of your body, eat well, sleep well, do all the things you need to, and then wake up tomorrow and get back to work. If you cannot have this conversation with your mind, like discipline your mind, we have work to do today. An undisciplined mind will tell you, not today, tomorrow, tricking you to forgo destiny, to lazy out on destiny. Can you see the future that mind is creating for you? Is it one of greatness or one of doubts, limitations, and fear? You have to discipline the mind. Again, the mind, the way you discipline your mind is watch what you are telling your mind to do. The thoughts you are feeding it. Listen, if you tell your mind no, it must respond to you. You tell it yes, it must respond to you. If your mind is not responding to you today, it's because you've not matured emotionally. Because your emotion, okay, not just emotion like that. I mean, your desires, your dreams, your hopes at the heart layer, not just the one that creates feelings, surface things in the body. I'm saying at the soul layer. You better be hungry. You have to be hungry, desperate for success, and command your mind to cooperate with you, because you need your mind and your body to work with you to manifest. You want to lose weight? You will tell your body to get up, show up at this time, go to the gym. When you are putting it under pressure and the mind is you have to. The champion subjects their body and mind. People who haven't done this work, the mind and the body rules their life instead of them ruling their mind and their body. That's big difference. If you are looking to your mind for your mind to tell you who to be, what to be, listen, it's already programmed. It's already telling you what it can be, because it knows your past. It doesn't know your future until you program it to take you to a new destination. Your GPS has the history of everywhere you've ever been. So you can always go to everywhere you want to be. You've been before. The day you want to take your GPS to a new destination, it's your responsibility to program it. Your GPS can only tell you where you've been before. It doesn't know where you're going. Okay? So your mind cannot help when you don't focus on what you say you want, and when you don't give it the instruction, the direction, the discipline, the encouragement. You will talk to your mind really well for it to do everything it needs to do. And if you don't talk to your mind, the last mile of manifestation is what the mind and the body will do. The behavior, the words you are going to speak. If you don't speak, you don't negotiate with life. If you don't ask, Bible says ask and you'll receive. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door will be open. What part of you will do that work? It's the mind and body. It's the mind and body. It's part of manifestation. So even God is saying, get your mind and body cooperating. That's faith. Faith comes from the heart. but the mind and body must take action in the direction of what you believe. So even God, your creator, is waiting for your action to be aligned with what he tells you is yours. If he says this is the promised land and you refuse to push opposition away, you refuse to fight, you refuse to push, you refuse to take action, you are not seeking, you are not knocking down opposition, ah, when will you manifest? So you need to figure out your next steps, where you want your energy to go. And the moment you release energy, you have to stand up and you have to be ready to do work. So when you do the internal work, the EQ series will help you do the internal work to gain your willpower and your willpower. So I can say, because many people give excuses. Why are you not taking action? Oh, this, I don't have this, I don't have this. Yeah, EQ will help you get out of that not internal, right? This battle, it will help you overcome. But realize once you finish that class, you have to go into the 10-week accelerator, because that's where action is. Like daily discipline, action, marketing plan, sales plan, strategy, right? Listen, business plan. You answer 30 questions, market research. But many people are not able to focus on building their business because they're still tied up, knotted in emotional disturbances. So the EQ class is the first thing. If you need clarity, if you need your emotional freedom, take that class, gain your power, your willpower, your willpower, and immediately start doing work, because manifestation requires work, right? It starts with thoughts, right? Because your mind, your body cannot do what your mind has not agreed to do. I remember there was a day I just thought in my mind, I was trying to do something, and I could feel the right, the mind saying and in the minute, in the moment, because I do this work, I teach this work, I just felt my mind talking to me. You have a car that talks back to you, your mind talks back to you, right? What is there? And I just felt this thing of, just tell me what you want me to do and I will do it more easily. Don't try to be a slave driver. Driver, don't try to push me. Sometimes people want to do brute force with their mind, because listen, I don't let my mind stop me. But this moment, I just heard this whisper. Take a moment. Let's plan this together. And the moment I stopped, and then I said, okay, this is what I want to do. What are the alternative ways of doing it? Da 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 da. And then the moment I tried to do it again, it was so smooth. I wasn't fighting myself. I was cooperating with my mind. And my mind was like, let's go. Because the mind also needs strategy. Right? That's what I said. If you keep bombarding your mind with useless stuff, the mind will be like, it's too much. You know, the digestive system works. But if you feed it nonsense, you'll be like, in your tummy, you'll be gassy. Okay, okay, let's just put some humor there. Hi, Tiniko, good to see you. You have to cooperate. So I just get. Okay, your mind is trying to save you. So as long as you say you are afraid, confused, and limited, it will not let you move forward. Because if you go to the edge of a cliff and you're about to jump, your body will go, don't jump, right? Your mind stops you from destroying yourself. The moment you say you don't know where you're going, your mind will say, go and let's figure this out before you start driving recklessly in life. The mind is wise. It was designed in a way that it will stop you, right? By giving you, right, indicators, right? Negative emotion is an indicator that something is not right here. Fix it. It's like if you're driving a car and you see red, orange lights, you're supposed to park your car and figure it out. Now, if you figured it out and the light is still blinking, but you fixed the problem, the underlying problem, right? Emotion, many things going on inside is an indication that something needs to be fixed. And part of it is thoughts. Fix your thoughts, you fix your life. The only way the mind moves forward is with thoughts of future possibilities. Because when you get stuck in a moment where you are confronting barriers, what I call barriers to success, pain, struggle, which is real life, by the way, and you're coming against, you feel like you can't go forward, right? When you get to that kind of place, you need a fresh perspective. One of the secrets. Now, coaching will do it immediately, but when I in my school, I give you tips because listen, everybody needs skills. Just like somebody taught you how to brush your teeth, and if you need a dentist, go and see a dentist. I teach a lot of things you can do for yourself when you are informed, when you are educated about the human design. Right? When you are educated about your own design, there are many things you can fix. You don't have to wait, right, to go and see a therapist or a doctor. You don't have to wait till it's worse. Your teeth has now decayed because you didn't brush your teeth. Now you really cannot do anything by yourself. You have to go to an expert. But many of the classes I teach is for you to be empowered to the heights that you know how to fix your own car. Not everything again. You know how to change your oil. There's just some things. You know how to clean your car. You know how to do basic maintenance just to keep it in good shape. But trust me, there are days too you need mechanic. You need to take it in when it requires real maintenance. So all of these things is part of the mind wellness as well. Right? This is the new place we're in as a society. Is that many people have masked mental, you can dress well, nice shoe, nice perfume, take care of your body, and everybody says, how are you in church? Oh, praise the Lord. Yeah, until you get close and things are stinking. When you open your mouth, that's when we know which mouth is stinking. Everybody looks good until you see what people are hiding, what people are carrying around, stories, stuff. It's not well. Unwell minds cannot build the future God is showing you. So the EQ class helps us to get clear. Let's do this work. It's not about consumerism. You can buy shoe, buy bag, you can keep masking it, wear the big hats to church, be sitting front, fan this. You can be the deaconess, church affairs. Are you listening to me? Hey, praise the Lord, first lady. Right? But mentally, you're unforgiving. You're not happy with your church members. You're not happy with your people. You're not happy with your husband. You're like, praise God. But when you get home, argue, argue, argue. These are real things because it shows up in business as well. The way you do life privately is how you're going to do life publicly as well. So EQ is deep. It touches all parts of life, all areas of life. Because Jesus said, guard your heart, for out of it are the issues of your life. The things that matter to your life comes out of your heart. Okay. Okay. So you have to take care of the mind. You have to listen to your heart. You have to protect and guard your heart. But you have to renew your mind. Your thoughts plus your energy equal to your creative power. Your thoughts plus your energy equals to creativity. Your mind is a creative system. Listen, your mind is powerful. And what happens is that if you feed it negative thoughts, it might turn on you. Somebody needs to hear this. Negative thoughts plus your own energy traps in the body can do damage. It can do damage. Your own thoughts. This is the discipline of choosing. That's why I say carry your Bible. Bible Joshua 1:8. This book of the law must not depart. God knows the system he designed and is warning you. If you want success, if you want well-being, Dig your mind inside this words. You need to be hearing thoughts of success, greatness, beauty. All is possible to them that believe. Ask of me, the nations. These are the things that create wellness. But if you dig that mind into chaotic nonsense thought, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, then what happens is your mind would mix it up, and your body will experience it. But because it's so painful, what then happens is you can't take action. You stop. So part of it is shaking those things off. You have to shake negative thoughts out of your system. There's a lot of work that we now have to do. Again, the EQ class, there are 7 classes, more than 5 hours of training. You need to sit down, yes, 5 hours, PowerPoints, lessons, step by step, mastering emotions, mastering feelings, emotion, right? Manifestations. So you have to gain these skills now. That's my offer today. Positive thoughts create positive emotions and realities. Negative thoughts create negative emotions and negative reality. The first place you are going to experience your own thoughts is in your own body. That's why I say content will not fix this. People who are, it doesn't fix it. What fixes it is to fix your thoughts. And in order to fix your thoughts, you have to get quiet, you have to interrogate your reality, you have to gain the skills. Part of the skills I give, like self-therapy, these are some of the things that even professional therapists will give you. You have to see your thoughts, hear your thoughts, write it down, you have to let it out, gain a new perspective, and you can train yourself with wisdom to even be your own therapist, to talk yourself off crazy thoughts. Right? You have to counter thoughts. I teach you how to do those things. You have to come up with a new story that is aligned to a future that is beautiful, that is bright, not a future. Because if your mind right now is telling you the future will not look the way you want it to look, that's anxiety. And sometimes this same mind, if you fed it all kinds of movies and all of those things, it's painting a picture out of your own stories. So part of the journey people have to go on the next year in my school is rewriting your programming, feeding yourself new stories of success, not failure, right? Of greatness, not limitation, of enlightenment, not ignorance. It's up to you. Nobody can do this for you. Content cannot do this for you. In fact, once I teach you these things, you will now be awake. You are now aware. So now you know what the problem is. Because many people are consuming content and they're like, why still don't I know what to do? Why are you still facing? Is because people are bearing, they are numbing, they are using content, they are becoming content addicts, perpetually consuming content. But you're not clearing out your system, you're not training your mind to be able to give birth to the future you want so that you can take action. So there is a gap, okay, that needs to be filled. And this is developing the skills, acquiring the specific knowledge that will help you, right, be emotionally strong. You need emotional strength, by the way, for success because you'll be put to pressure. You're going to pressure your mind and body to produce greater results for you than it's currently producing. And that process in of itself will stretch your mind, stretch your body. And that stretch creates a lot of emotional transformation. Whenever you're giving birth to a new version of you, you need emotional strength, emotional resiliency. You need to steady yourself to allow that process to complete. Many people back out because nobody prepared them for the process of transformation. Greatness comes with emotional resiliency. You will subject yourself to fight your battles. The tools you need to fight those battles well and win and guarantee that you are manifesting, it's in my school, Toyin Umesiri Academy. Okay, you're coming. Listen, I was hoping not to do part 3. There's still pages, 2 more pages, but let me just stop here. I'm looking at time. I don't want to take it past this time. T. Nicole, let me invite you up if you're available to ask questions. I know you came in towards the tail end. But if there's anything you've heard today that you want to deepen knowledge on, let me know. The link up above is to toyinumesiri.academy. You can see my programs, and if you have any questions, reach out. If you want one-on-one support, one-on-one coaching, reach out as well. But here's the deal. I usually put my students through my programs first so that when we're doing one-on-one, you're not coming from 0 to 100 because as you can tell, there's intensity, there's transformation involved, there's challenging ourselves, there's truth telling, there's confronting our realities, telling ourselves the truth, embracing responsibility. We have to make commitments, we have to focus. You can see all the words I'm using. In fact, there's a program in my school called 30 Keys to Unlock Success. You have to become a legacy builder, you have to know your why. You have to be responsible with your time, with your energy and resources, because you're going to be held accountable one way or the other. The best way to be accountable is, first of all, to hold yourself accountable. Like, while nobody's watching, would you do the right thing? Like, when your mind wants you to, again, repeat old patterns, go on Instagram, right? Spend 4 hours on TikTok. Hopefully, this session will tell you, is that the best way? Is what are you looking for? What is that 4 hours investment? What's it going to give you back? What's the return on the investment? There's a return on investment on how you use your energy. It's about your creative force. Whether you like it or not, you're already creating reality with your thoughts. I'm saying, can we consciously use that creative power to now redirect our energy in the direction that will give us the pleasure, the fulfillment, the joy, the happiness that we want? Creating the future that will make you happy starts in your mind. If you can move your mind from whatever it's confronting today and make it travel, this power of imagination, you can close your eyes and imagine what your heart is trying to give to you. Right? But if you've not done this one, if you've not acquired the skills in my school, what are you imagining? If you are imagining something you don't like, doubt. You are imagining something scary, fear. You are imagining you don't have this, you don't have that to do this and that, limitation, lack. Imagination tells a story of your own belief system. I'm saying, replace doubt, fear, right? Limitations. It takes courage, it takes great strength to do this thing. It takes serious focus to do what I'm telling you, because the only way you can do it is the self has to take charge. Because now part of taking the charge is to reprogram your mind. When you don't reprogram your mind and you're just listening to all these voices, you're supposed to be telling your mind, no, I disagree. Listen, this. No, 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 no. Who told you that? Who told you? And then you're supposed to override it with new thoughts. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So delete that. Delete. Let me tell you who I am. You're supposed to have those conversations with yourself, by the way. Telling your mind who you are and who you want to be. Not your mind telling you who you cannot be and what you cannot do. How dare that mind? How dare it? No, Jesus said, let thy will be done. Because the mind can pressure you into giving up on your purpose. Yeah. There's a spectrum of pain. The mind can be hijacked. The people coming at you, telling you this, telling you that's giving you confusion. It can take you to a place, right? The Gethsemane garden, where the mind is telling you, you will not do what God wants you to do because it is painful, because it requires sacrifice, because it requires letting go, because it requires you to become, because it requires you to obey God. The mind can fight everything you're supposed to do. Whoever gets up from Gethsemane, whether it's your old mind or obedience, that's what will determine the next year, the next, right, the future. When you reach your Gethsemane garden, where you confront all the thoughts in your mind that is fighting the assignment you have here on earth. Listen, when you put your head down the Gethsemane and you're praying, whatever version of you gets up is the one that rules, is the one that dominates, is the one that prospers. So I hope the one that prospers is the one that is aligned to God's purpose for your life, not the one that listens to the voice of the enemy. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you at Toyin Umesiri.